Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with your weekly intuitive message from Spirit for the week of January 2nd through the 8th of 2023, the first week of January. We are using the Star Tarot, and you get to pick an Oracle card deck from the Earth Magic Oracle. So, I need you to tap into your intuition. Do you need the message from card A, card B, or card C? Which are you drawn to? I want to thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. I really appreciate the support. I've appreciated the support through 2022. And let's head into the new year and continue. I hope that I hope that I continue to bring you the messages that you need, that are in your highest good. Okay, so let's get into this week's message. It's a very interesting one about intuition and instincts and decision making. And the first thing we get is the Two of Swords. We are at a place where we need to make a decision of some kind. And really, what we need to do is listen to our intuition and instincts. This card usually represents the bringing together or the need to bring together the mind, the logical mind, and the heart and soul, where you're getting that intuition. Okay. And sometimes the heart and the mind are in conflict over something. So it's about the process of bringing them together. And it really means, you know, making the logical investigations about a choice, the pros and cons list, or however you look at something, but at the same time, listening to the heart and figuring out, how do I feel about what decision I want to make on this? Okay. And remember, everything is up to you and your intuition and listening to your inner guidance and your guides through signs and symbols and that gut feeling of intuition. Now, what may be making it a little more difficult is, of course, the moon, the darkness of the moon and the unknown. So that always makes decisions harder. The other thing this could also mean is because, hold on. The other thing this could mean is we are in Mercury retrograde, and maybe some information about what you need to make a decision on is in the darkness, is unknown. It hasn't been revealed yet. So you have to go on what you know. Now, as you can see, if you walk through this threshold, there's a lot of darkness. But way up ahead, the journey or the path is very clear. So it's about trusting spirit to guide you through some of the darkness, the unknown. At this time, you are definitely looking at, what do I do next? This is the Seven of Pentacles, and you've done a lot of work up to this point. You've created a lot, or you have planted a lot of seeds, and you've been very fruitful and successful. And of course, this is the time of year, at the beginning of a new year, to look back on the old year and kind of assess where we're at. So you're assessing where you are at on something or in your life, and the whole point is, what next? What do I choose to do next? So really, the whole reading is about some sort of decision, and where do I go next, and what do I do? And some information may be understood and known, and some may not. The last card that came out was the Tower card. So something will happen, and maybe um, that will create the opportunity to make that decision even more important and critical. But the tower something, is a situation, is a system, is a belief that is not well founded. The tower here can't withstand this lightning bolt, and it should be able to. If it was built on a firm foundation, it would, but it's not. The positives about the tower card is that it gives you an opportunity to rebuild something new. So to go in that new direction, to continue rebuilding something. And the other thing is there is this little dove of peace here that's deep in the tower. It will be released. So something will change, some decision will be made, and you'll feel eventually at some point after the dust clears, you'll feel a sense of peace. Okay. So I know that can be a little challenging, and maybe we are all at a place where we're trying to make that decision about what do we do next? Where do we go? What are our goals? And it could be that the tower event, uh, if there is one, or if there's a collective one, um, rather than a personal tower event, then it may be, it may help us decide, make that decision, which direction to go in. Okay, so have you had the opportunity to pick an oracle card? A, B, or C? Pause the video if you need a moment to pay attention to your intuition. If you picked A, you got this may also be sort of a tower call. This is the wake up call. This is, something happens, maybe the the pipes freeze, or I don't know, some something happens with one's health, and it's sort of like the signs were always there, uh, but sometimes we tend to avoid them because we don't want to deal with the problem at that point. But something comes to a head, and we have to deal with it. The main message from this card is, again, like the main reading, is pay attention to your intuition and your inner guidance and your instincts, and you will navigate whatever this is, this wake up call, well. You'll deal with what you need to deal with because you are strong enough to do that. Okay. And you'll face whatever needs to be faced, and you'll get it done. You'll make that decision. You'll get it done. You'll go in the direction you need to, and it'll be coming from the direction of your own inner light. Okay. In your inner guidance. Okay, for those of you who picked B, you got the Dragonfly Emergence. And this is about really, again, this is back to the main message. This is emerging into the new year, emerging into the next cycle. You are leaving behind a cycle and you're emerging into the new cycle. So there's going to be opportunities to learn, there's opportunities to move up in this, but there's also you emerge into the unknown as well. So there'll be opportunities to make mistakes and learn from them, and there's opportunities for growth and expansion. Okay. And then for those of you who picked C, you got a message that was in the yearly message yesterday, and that is purification. So water is important, bathing in water to purify, drinking lots of water to purify. This is really about detoxing your mind, your body, your soul. It might mean taking some time off of social media. It may be detoxing the body. It may be decluttering the house, purging items. It may be looking at your beliefs, and if there is a belief that is inhibiting your progress forward, taking a look at that and releasing it. So it's about purifying, doing what you can to purify and get yourself ready for that next cycle. So those are the messages for this week. I hope they were helpful. I realize there's a few things in there that may create uncertainty and anxiety. What you need to know is you don't need to have that fear or that anxiety. It is really about staying in the present and and going within and listening to that intuition, your spirit guides, your angels. They can guide you. You just ask for help, and they will bring you the opportunities and the messages that you need. Okay? So don't be afraid. Um the 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 tower stuff has to happen. This is a karmic card. um, I've listened to some other readers and predictions and astrologers lately for my own, interest, because I like to learn from other professionals in this area. But one of the things that I've been hearing from them is that 2023 is going to be a pivotal year for all of us, and a pivotal year for the collective, and that's on the positive. But we will have to get through some garbage that we have to clean up and get rid of, and that to practically all of them say, and then when we get to 2024, it's going to be an awesome year. So it's like, okay, so we've got one more year of kind of cleaning up. I don't think it's going to be as bad as 2020 or anything like that, but we are on the cleanup patrol for 2023, and it means we will have to go inside a lot and and uh, and listen to our inner voice. So take care. Have a great week. We will see you next week.